guys, welcome to today's session. So in today's session, we are going to be making a gesture controlled space battle game using picto blocks. Okay, so what you just saw was me giving you a demonstration of a space battle game that we created. Okay, so and this game we have three sprites and we have our backdrop which is space. Okay, so each of our sprites have different scripts, so I'm going to take you through each of the scripts and then we have a look at them. So today we are not going to put the scripts together for this game, but then we are going to make modifications to it. So I'm going to leave you the link to access this game, then you can download and follow along as we work together. Okay, so for the rocket ship, our script starts with a header block when flag clicked. Then we set the size to 40% and give it a specific position. Then we start the sound video game 1. Okay, we then add a forever block and then we have our control blocks in it, which is the if key right arrow press, then change x by 10, and if left arrow press, then change x by -10, and we have a space which is used for cloning the bullets. Okay, then we have a delay block which is waiting for 0.1 seconds. So this is the script for the rocket ship. So moving on to the script for the bullet, we have when I start as a clone, the sound laser 2 should play. Go to X positions of the rocket and the Y position of the rocket, okay? And then our bullet shows and we repeat the action until it's touching the edge or touching the monster. Then it changes Y by 10 and deletes the clone, okay? And our other script is when flag clicked, our bullet sprite should hide. We have our last sprite, which is the monster, okay? So the first script is when flag clicked, hide, then forever it should be changing its costume as it clones itself and waits for 2 seconds. And then we have the other script, which is when I start as a clone, show, go to X at random positions and go to Y at position of 44. And then we repeat until -170 is greater than the Y position. Then it changes Y by -3, and then we have our if blocks touching the bullet, then the sound zoop should play and then delete the clone. And if it's touching the rocket ship, then it deletes the clone. And then we have deleting the clone for the horse right at the end of our script. Okay, so as we've gone through the individual scripts, now let's start with our modification, okay? So we are going to make our modification for the rocket ship, okay? So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take the control blocks out of our script. So let's start with that. These are our control blocks, okay? We are taking them out. So when you take the control blocks out, this is how your script should look like, okay? Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add an extension. So we go to the extension button, which is at the bottom corner down here. We click on it, and the extension we are going to use is the human body detection extension. So we click on it and then we wait for our model to get loaded. Okay, so our model has been loaded successfully, okay? So we are going to go to the human body palette and then we are going to choose the block, turn on video on stage with transparency, okay? So we are going to snap this block right under the when flag click block, okay? And then using the drop down arrow, we make sure that it's on, okay? We choose our on. And then we are going to change the transparency to 50%. Okay. All right. The next thing that we are going to add is analyze image from hand from the camera. Okay. So we go back to our human body palette and then we look for analyze image for hand from camera. Okay. So we drag this block and then we snap it inside the forever before the if block. Okay. So that's how your script should be looking at by now. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add if then block. Okay, so if then block, this block is going to help us know whether our hand is detected or not. Okay, so we are going to pick this block from the control palette. So we go to the control palette and pick if then we snap it under the if then inside the forever. Okay, snap it there. Then we go to our human body palette and then we add is hand detected. Okay, so this hex block here, we snap it here. Is hand detected. Okay, then our last blocks would be under the motion. Okay, so we are going to set X. Okay, so we go to motion and then we choose set X to. We go back to our human body palette and then we say X position off. Okay, so let's look for that X position off. So here we go. We snap it in here and using our drop down arrow here, we are going to change it to the top of index finger. Okay, so we click on that. Okay, and then we are going to set Y to 140, but then it's negative. Okay, so don't forget to bring the negative. So we snap it under the set X and we change the value to a negative 140. Great. So this is all the modification we are going to make. So let's go through our modified script. Okay, so we are saying that when flag clicked, you turn on the video on the stage with a 50% transparency. We set the size of our sprite to 40% and it should go to the position of x0, y negative 140. And then we start the sound video game 1. Okay, and then in our forever block, we analyze for the image for our hand from the camera. And we said if the space key is pressed, then create a clone of the bullet, wait 0.1 seconds, and if hand is detected, then set X position of the hand to the top of the index finger and set Y to negative 140. Okay, so let's run our script and let's see how it works. Let's see if our hand is being detected. Okay, so our hand is being detected, so use the space key to shoot. Okay, use our hand to control the rocket ship. Just make sure you don't die. Don't forget the bullet is coming from your index. Okay, alright, go ahead, kill some monsters and have fun. I hope to see you in our next session. Until then, bye.